Hello and welcome back to another Repentance run. I decided to play a little bit of Tainted Keeper today. I've been playing him quite a bit, trying to get a video done, and it has not been going too well. I have been having issue after issue because, well, yeah, I'm not very good at not taking damage. So hopefully I can manage to get a decent run out here. So if you do end up seeing it, it probably is going to be a straight up banger. And speaking of bangers, we have a half price item here, and it's experimental treatment. Oh, thank goodness it did not lower our HP, but it did lower our fire rate and our movement speed, which is absolutely awful. Like, beyond awful. Like, really, really bad awful. One of the two stats that you definitely need as the Tainted Keeper. And I'm actually half tempted to just restart this run because that's how bad it is. You definitely need your movement speed so that way you can collect these coins, and you definitely need your fire rate so that way you can deal with these enemies. And not having them is way more hurtful than pretty much any other getting any other stat down in this game. Ooh, we got ourselves a dime there. And since we have blind items, I wasn't gonna buy the items in the shop, but they could be a lot of different things. So I'm actually gonna go back here and hopefully one of these 2 15-cent items here are going to be good. So the left and right, I'm gonna have to get the lucky coin here. Left is gonna be heads, right's gonna be tails, and it was tails. Okay. And it's sinus infection. Alright, that's not too bad. Sinus infection allowing us to have those booger tears, which can stick onto enemies and deal damage for us over time. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Hopefully we can find some more money on this floor and go back and buy that other item. Because like I said, it could be just about anything. It could also be birthright, which would be fantastic to have. There we go. Got ourselves a total of 5 cents. Maybe we can get 10 from the boss. Hopefully. I mean, it is a little bit wishful thinking. Some of these early game bosses don't drop anything for money. Especially the bosses that, you know, spawn a bunch of stuff, or they themselves are a bunch of unique individuals. Like all the Gerties. Ooh, give me that penny. Man, this low fire rate is actually just going to end up killing us. Honestly, the low fire rate... Ooh, a luck upgrade. As you see there, the Tainted Keeper can actually spawn pretty much any form of currency, minus the quarter, because, well, that's an item, not a currency. But it would be nice to be able to get the quarter. I have to use my low fire rate to get rid of that troll bomb there. But if you don't know too much about the... Ooh, look at that money. If you don't know too much about Tainted Keeper, then he's pretty self-explanatory. And there's not going to be 2 more cents on this floor, so we are unfortunately going to have to go down to the next one. I'm not able to use the Joker card because we don't have the money, and there could be a 30-cent item in there, which is a little bit balancing of some of the really good items. You know, them being 30 cents and all. But generally, you should have the money for that anyway. And for this floor, we're actually going to be trying to save up before we go into the shop, and actually going to go fight the boss room first. That way we get our devil deal, and just in case, man, I cannot stop taking damage. Just in case if there's a, you know, a 30-cent item in there, we can actually afford to take it. And this is a very gimme room. Thanks to sinus infection, we can get rid of these things in a dime. That is absolutely huge. Oh my goodness. Sometimes playing the Tainted Keeper can be a little bit of a slog, but sometimes it can be really good. Especially with rooms like this where you can get extra enemies and potentially get extra money. Right now my mom's texting me, and we have our blueberry bushes. They're producing blueberries right now. And she was like, oh my goodness, how am I supposed to be able to, you know, process all these blueberries? And it's like a bowl with like 6 of them inside of it. So apparently our blueberry bushes didn't do all that good. A little unfortunate, but, you know, I guess they're like first year bushes. So hopefully they produce a little more. And we have Iron Bar here, which is actually, or Midas Touch, which is actually super good. I know I was talking about trying to save money, but that is too good to pass up. You know, being able to run into enemies and get more money out of them than you put in. Like, look at that. Is actually really, really good. Our fire rate is going to kill us. Like, my goodness, we need to increase that like pronto. Hopefully, we can get like toothpicks or something from a boss drop. Get ourselves a little money back. Come on, minus touch. Hey, look at that. We got 2 cents. No, I missed the freaking 2 cents, and we got 3 cents out of that one. Not too bad. As you can see, minus touch can actually profit us bigly. We should actually use minus touch right before we hit the boss, just so that way we can potentially get even more money. And also with these leapers here, man, this fire rate is going to be so painful. But we are getting some good sinus infection shots on them. And I missed all of that. But anyway, we do have a tier size up there. That's not too bad. Jello, I mean, this kills everything in the room every time we get hit. Jello's not too bad. Yeah, I'll take Jello. Jello's good. This allows us to essentially, you know, have an extra familiar with us that can deal extra damage. So, kind of in a weird offset way, we doubled our, not really our, yeah, double our fire rate because we get 2 of them. And I should actually go back to this other room back here and do a full clear. Tainted Keeper is definitely one of those characters you want to be doing a full clear on, just because you can get all the extra money. And if you're trying to make to any of your specialty rooms, I would say probably ignore that because, well, there's a good chance you're probably not going to make them. Unless you get like a super good run early on, which, you know, does tend to happen with the Tainted Keeper. But as of right now, our run is not looking all that good. Let me look inside of here just in case there is a... Okay, there is a donation machine, and what we can do is use this chariot card to get ourselves a little more money. Essentially, the entire run is going to be centered around money and whether or not we can, you know, do well. Ooh, we get ourselves a blood bag. Even though we cannot get the HP upgrade, it is very good for us because we get the movement speed. Oh my goodness. It feels like we're driving a Ferrari right now. We're just zooming. But anyway. This is the 2nd floor. Okay. I was just trying to remember because I've been trying to make the Tainted Keeper work for like a little over an hour now. I've just been dying over and over because my runs haven't really been all that good. And I can't remember if I talked about certain things, so I'm probably just gonna kind of ignore that. But if anybody has any big plans for the weekend, you know, definitely let me know. It's always interesting to see what kind of stuff people are up to. And as you saw right there, Midas Touch actually froze the enemy there before it actually touched us. That's a little weird. I really should be running into enemies a little more often. If we get something like, I don't know, Book of Shadows, that is a definite pickup for us. I would drop Jello. Generally, I wouldn't drop Jello for much. Doubles my keys. Yeah, I can use that now. Generally, I wouldn't drop Jello for much because it's that good of an active item. But for, you know, something of some form of invincibility, yeah, I would definitely drop Jello in a heartbeat. And, ooh, Keeper Sack is amazing since we have to buy everything. And I'll go ahead and take that. Get ourselves even more stats. Ooh, Brown Nugget. I do love me my Brown Nugget. But it's not as good as Jello. We got even more movement speed, man. I feel like we're just zooming now at 1.4. Generally, I like sitting around like your 1.6 area. The only downside to having a missing page number 2 is that we're killing everything in the room, and so we can't really collect money that easy. Might as well go ahead and fight the boss. run into the boss and then get ourselves a little more money here. And it is Mom's coin purse. Not that good at all. So I'm going to ignore that and actually go to the mirror dimension here. Honestly, we should actually go inside the item room and see what we got inside there. I shouldn't be ignoring them too much, but, you know, most of the time I ignore the item rooms for the first couple of floors because generally you don't have the money for it. An ace of diamonds. That's not too bad. We can go into one of these big rooms where they have lots of enemies and, you know, convert them all to money. So that's probably a little better than, you know, taking them out ourselves. I'm thinking that also the secret room is to the left here. And it was. Look at that. Alright, to the mirror dimension we go. Give me that dime. Obviously, we're going for the bigger donations. And since we have 1 HP, we can get inside this here room here. And try to take care of all these blubs. Or little blub, I should say. And since we have Jello, he does a little bit of his own auto-targeting. So he can fire at enemies and actually help us a little bit in the whole retrospect of hitting enemies. Which is another big, you know, check mark for Jello there. Let's go back. And if you haven't noticed, the Tainted Keeper does take a little bit of time to ramp up if you don't get like a really good first and second floor store. But you generally get there. He tends to get some really good items pretty early. Especially, you know, through the shop. But, as I said before, he is actually really dangerous because, ooh, tears down, that is so bad. The one stat you definitely don't want to lose. Movement speed and tears rate. Alright, and fighting another turdlet here. Same concept. Get him low. Oh wait, we already took Holy Mantle, so never mind, I'm not going to run into the boss this time. And we get Binky, which is a tears up and a size down. That's actually fantastic for us. Wow. I'm liking that. I will actually make my way this way. You know, I really should be doing a full clear so that we get some more money. And I couldn't remember if there was a reroll machine in the shop. If there was one on this floor, then there would be one in the mirror dimension. Then we could reroll and, you know, get more items out of the shop. But unfortunately, I did not remember if there was one in there anyway. But we did get ourselves a little more money so we can go. Wait, was there? What am I thinking? Hold on. There's something I forgot. I can feel it. It's a tingling. Oh yeah, the Joker card. That's right. Let's try to find ourselves 2 more cents. If we can. I don't really see a way of getting 2 more cents. I mean, I guess we could go back into the mirror dimension and get those other rooms, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop it now. And of course it would be Bloody Gust. Hey, there we go. Using, or Lusty Blood, I should say. Using our Midas Touch there, we were able to get the money that was needed to pick up Lusty Blood there. So basically, every time we kill an enemy, we're getting a damage upgrade. So that's pretty good. Now, you have Lusty Blood and then you have Bloody Lust. Bloody Lust is actually a little better because every time you take damage, which is very easy to refill on this floor, or not really this floor, but basically any floor, it's very easy to get your money back, or your HP back. And essentially you have a stat up for the entirety of that floor. So it's actually a little bit of a better item for you than Lusty Blood that we have right here. Honestly, for easy rooms like this, that missing page is actually doing wonders for us. Ooh, give me that luck upgrade. The Tainted Keeper can actually get out of control a little bit in the terms of luck. And actually, I really like that, because I really do like my tier effects and luck-based items, because they can generally ball you out of control very, very fast. And we do have our shop here right next to our boss room. Let's see what's inside of here. And it's a greed fight. All right. I mean, that's kind of good. It's also kind of bad. It's good in the sense that we have a pretty high devil deal chance. And also bad in the sense that, well, we don't have items in this room. But we can go inside the boss room here, which is actually a fairly easy boss. You know, you got yourself Larry and the others. Hopefully there's not 230 cents. And we do have flying and false PhD. I don't think I'm going to take false PhD, but I will take the rest of this. And honestly, yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. You know, Keeper Sack is actually carrying us right now and increasing our stats every time we spend money, which is like one of the best items that you can actually have with the Tainted Keeper, because, well, you got to be constantly spending money. And we got ourselves a Planetarium here. What? No. Ah, I missed the luck upgrade. A Venus? Sure, I'll take Venus. This will help us take care of you know, enemies in a room. I mean, I don't care about the HP upgrade, but the charming effect is pretty nice. You know, if enemies are charging at us and they get charmed and they hit other enemies, and then, you know, they take care of themselves. Ooh, Guppy's Paw. I'm not going to use it because, you know, trading our 1 HP for, you know, flies is not a good trade. Not in the slightest. And with this floor, I think we're pretty much done. We might as well go inside of here. Yeah, I'll take Pointy Rib. Pointy Rib ain't bad. Mostly taking it because we're spending money. And I'm just looking for one more coin. Unfortunately, there is not one. So I guess down to the next floor we go. Hopefully we don't immediately die in the very next room. Let's see. Inside of here. And we got ourselves petrified poop. That's not too bad. There isn't going to be much more uses for it, because we're soon going to be running out of, you know, said poop. But with the thing I said earlier, the blueberry bushes that we're growing, we only have like, I think like 15 or so of them. And they didn't really produce much this year. But what we're going to be doing this year is, after they're done fruiting, I kind of want the Locust of Death more. And yeah, we can take Potato Peeler, use it once, and then since we have Magic Scab here to give us some more HP, go ahead and pick it up. Spilt Milk is fine. And with that, I think we're done with the rest of that. I could take up Burnt Penny, because every time we pick up a coin donation, or a coin amount, we do have a chance of getting a bomb. But I would kind of prefer sticking with what we have currently. You know, bombs really aren't an issue for us on this run. And yeah, let's go back and see what's inside our item room, hopefully. And there it is, Bloody Gus, taking damage. Oh boy, that is... I'll show you what I mean by taking damage and getting, you know, our stats up. Look at that, we increased our fire rate ever so slightly. And what we can do is actually go inside of here, run into an enemy. We got double luck upgrades inside of here. I think it's a total of 6 times. Yeah, as you can see here, we're not increasing... Well, we are increasing a little bit, but not too much. And I think we are done with that, and come back here and pick all that up. So as you can see, our fire rate is much, much faster now. And it's one of the reasons why Bloody Gust is like so good with the Tainted Keeper. And honestly, generally, I don't like taking the item. I know, that's a big shocker. I tend to like items that nobody likes, and I tend to not like items that other people like such as Death's List. I don't really care much for Death's List. Was this an XL? No, this is just a 1. Hey, look at that. We get ourselves another barrier. And you know what? I'll go down this way. Go down alt path. Go ahead and get rid of that. Just so that way I don't accidentally blow myself up and end the run here. I've come too far. I've sacrificed too much. Alright. And with that, we might as well go down to the next floor. And have a chance at boss rush now. But as I was saying with the blueberries, we're going to take a bunch of cuttings from essentially all of them. Ooh, a health up. That's not too bad. A double health up. I mean, it could have been other better things. Try to stay away from all of that. And actually, we need to find money very quickly. Run into an enemy, pick up money, and, you know, basically rinse and repeat so we get our buff stats from Bloody Gust. But yeah, we're going to be taking a bunch of cuttings from said... Oh, I couldn't get the dime. From all these blueberry plants, and we're essentially going to go from like 20 plants to like 200. And hopefully... we gotta take the split shot. Oh my goodness. This is where things start to get a little crazy. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Blow that up. I'll buy that. Give me all this money. I do kind of want chemical peel, but it's not a necessity. But I'll go ahead and go back and buy it now. Alright, there we go. Damage up. Or left eye. Left eye. Gotta be a little careful of the rock swinging back and forth there. You know what? It's been a pretty good run so far. I've actually been enjoying this. We do have a pretty high double deal chance, so I'm actually going to go back and try to pick up... I found pills. I found pills! I love the horse pills whenever the announcer goes off. That's so good. And I actually do want to increase our how much money we have. This is a very dangerous room. Let me use the moon card here first and try to get our health back. Did we already go inside there? We did. Okay. Well, let's take care of this room. I keep missing the money. That's one downside of getting a size down from the Binky. We already have max movement speed. We don't need to go inside there. Let's go ahead and blow him up so we increase our chances. Now we're at a 90% chance. I do want a little more money. Let's go ahead and do a full clear here. I'm surprised that the one button up there was still pressed down. I didn't know that was a thing. Huh. I guess you learn something new every day. But the split shot here is going to help quite a bit. And sure. We went straight to the double deal. Okay, well, hopefully we don't get one on this floor. Because, well, we've already been through everything. Slowly take care of everything. Alright, there we go. Now the other type of things that we're going to be taking cuttings from is actually we have a old Japanese maple that's behind one of our houses. And it's actually a very, very pretty tree. It's like a very deep red. And whenever it like, you know, starts growing and, you know, getting bigger than what it was, it's a very pretty, and it's also a very expensive tree. I mean, I'll go ahead and buy it just for the stat ups because of Keeper Sack, but it's basically useless for us. It's an HP upgrade. And I forgot. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting that we have Devil card. Okay, that is a free mom kill for us. But yeah, I keep forgetting that we have Dreamcatcher. I couldn't remember the name for it for a second there. slowly take care of all these things. But yeah, that's one of those things that you can... Yeah, I'll take Linger Being. That's a little better than leprosy, I would believe. But yeah, that's how you kind of like propagate more things. Generally, you would want to like buy seeds for stuff, but I found that it's actually kind of better if you're able to do this with a plant like an apple tree, or, you know, well, generally apple trees are actually a little different than your normal plants, because apple trees are not true to seed, meaning that you can't take an apple seed from the store and plant it and get the same tasting apple. Which is kind of crazy to think about, because, you know, you're thinking, oh, it's just a plant, it's just going to be the same like anything. It's like, well, no, not really. You have to graft it. Essentially what you do is that, yes, you can buy an apple from the store, plant it, start growing the tree, and then you take a cutting of the branch off the tree that it grew off, that you got the apple from, and then graft that onto the sapling of the smaller tree, and then you'll have apples that taste like that first apple. That's generally how you do that. But yeah, we can take that, and that's about it. We don't really want anything else. I think we can also make it to Boss Rush here. Yeah, we can. It's good to see. We have a 100% chance for a deal with the devil, so we got plenty of time. I'll go back and get ourselves a little more room clear. Maybe get ourselves a little more money. Especially at this big room over here, we can use Jello. Never mind, it's not really all that big of a room. Yeah, we can do this boss room. Use a bomb, lower ourselves, and we get Cat of Nine Tails. That's not too bad. Ooh. I'm actually going to use Jello here instead of using against in Boss Rush, like the beginning of it, because that boss can be a little dangerous if we're not able to, you know, burst them down fast enough. But let's go back and try to beat up Mother here. I mean, we have the Bible card. I don't know why I'm trying to say that we're going to need to beat her up or anything, because we can just immediately pop it in. There we go. Get all the money. Let's take that. Inside here is a Forget Me Now. No, I can't do it. I don't want to give up Jello. Jello is too good, especially in Boss Rush. And there's no way we can get a second Boss Rush. And neither of these are good enough to actually do Boss Rush. Anyway, at least we can go down and fight Hush. That's not too bad. But yeah, we're getting like different cuttings of different plants, and we're essentially going to be propagating them all over the place. And we've been hatching a bunch of chickens and ducks. I think we hatched something like 56 chickens. I forget the name of the species of chickens. It's one of those like super docile, really friendly ones that aren't too bad. You know, you can get some of them that are just very like raptor-like. You can definitely tell they descended from dinosaurs, because they are just vicious. Especially when you have any like small critter that wanders in and they just go after it. I talked about, you know, chickens and, you know, making chicken feed and getting like extra money on the side in yesterday's video, and honestly, it's really not that bad of an idea, considering, you know, the area that I'm in. It's one of those things you got to take in consideration, like what is it that you can actually do, how can you fit into a is there a potential demand in an area that you're in for something. Yeah, we'll go ahead and collect all this up. I mean, we're going to be at max money here soon, so it doesn't really matter too much. And the area I'm in is very agricultural. It's not like a super big agricultural area, but it's big enough. You know, people have their own chickens and stuff like that. And I talked about making a mealworm farm, you know, and also a worm farm and stuff like that. And surprisingly enough, my younger sister, actually does grow mealworms, and sometimes if she has extras, she will feed them to our chickens that we have, you know, as a treat. And, you know, it gives more protein to them. It's a good source. Judgment card. Sure, we'll hold on to it. I don't feel like doing the rest of that cardio coin because, well, we need to make it to the next boss fight here, which isn't going to take us too long. But generally, we're full on. You know what? Let's just bomb this. Just go straight on through. I don't feel like dealing with that room. I've used my executive decision to decide to say no. We don't really care for anything that is not a lucky penny at this moment. There we go. We do get a double deal. That's surprising. We get... Oh my goodness. Eye of Belial. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Especially with the split shot that we have. Whew, Hush is not going to know what's going to hit him. Okay, we got Libra, which is good. And look like Crack the Sky and Shard of Glass. Well, we already know which one we want. Libra. Look at that. It lowered our damage, but we have 20 damage, so we don't really need to worry about that. But we fixed our fire rate, so we don't ever have to worry about that anymore. Ace of Hearts, Two of Clubs. I'll just go ahead and use that. Ooh, go ahead and use that now. Queen of Hearts, which just gives us a bunch of that. The Lovers. And yeah, since this is the last shop, we might as well go ahead and buy everything. I mean, we should actually see what was inside here, just in case. Yeah, I'll take Crack the Sky for the increase, thanks to Keeper Sack, and, you know, open all these up. And you can kind of see how, you know, since we've made it all the way to Hush here, yeah, I can actually talk about how... And we have 11 luck. Wow, I didn't even realize. Let's go ahead and buy all this up. You can see how quickly, you know, a couple of good items, and then all of a sudden, you know, Tainted Keeper gets out of control. And look at that Eye of Belial damage. Ooh, baby. You love to see it. Now, we still need to be a little careful, because, you know, 2 hits and we're dead, and this is Hush. And it's still relatively difficult of a boss to do. And I need to be careful. I mean, if we do die here, it was a good run. I don't want to die here. Okay, we didn't die. Phew. Alright. That was a fun run. And you know what? You know what I haven't done in a while? Let's go fight Delirium. Yeah, let's do it. It's been a hot minute. And he gave us Lucky Foot. That would have been nice at the very beginning of the run. Get ourselves some more money here. Faded Polaroid. Never mind. Don't want that. We should try to get our Bloody Gust procs here. We don't have to really worry too much about money anymore. Because, well... I don't think anything costs money anymore. So that's what... Oh, and I can see Forever Pill. That's actually not too bad. Being able to find the secret room on here is actually going to be a huge feat. But I'll still pick up like the lucky pennies, the dimes, and nickels, you know, just in case. Now, fighting Delirium is actually a little hard. I wouldn't normally come down here. I'm not even expecting to win, to be honest. Because if you don't have any form of, like, invincibility, because Delirium can be pretty cheaty, especially when, he, like, teleports on top of you. That's actually, honestly, the worst feeling. When you're, like, down to 1 HP and it's so close, and then, bam, it gets the mom foot and just steps on you. Honestly, I should be leaving some of this money behind, just in case. Alright, and it's Dark One. Okay. It wasn't Delirium. And we get... Oh, we don't have Conjoined yet. Dang it, I was kind of hoping that we'd get Conjoined there. Ooh, a crawl space. What's inside of here? And it's Box of Spiders. I mean, not bad, but it's not something we really want. Golden Bomb. Doesn't really do anything for us. Wait. We have Luckfoot. We can take all of these. A gulp. Hey, not too bad. We gulped our trinket just in case we come across another one that we want. then we can take that one as well. And getting these extra flies is going to help us quite a bit, considering that they do essentially twice our damage, so almost 30, pretty much 30 damage to whatever they're going after. That's not too shabby. Hot bombs, a little useless. There's really no reason to use Jello until we, actually come across a boss or, fight Delirium himself, which I'm still trying to find. I'm surprised my game isn't lagging at all. Normally, whenever you get like major split shots like this, it tends to the frame rate tends to suffer a little bit. So hopefully it still looks good for you guys. And we're still just going on. Wow. Honestly, one of the most satisfying things you can do is actually any form of gardening. Because you essentially start with like nothing, right? And then it slowly grows and becomes bigger, and then all of a sudden you've actually like made something. Or like produce something. Even if it is just like a house plant. Libra is going to give us all stats. I remember a time when I was in, I think it was the 3rd grade. A death card, that's a little better than the health up. And we were growing, ooh, there it is, conjoined. We were growing a bamboo plant, and we were measuring how big it was getting over like the past few weeks. And apparently bamboo is like one of the fastest growing grasses or whatever. And it actually has a lot of uses. I'm surprised we don't use it more here in the US. You can use it as wood, you can use it as, string fibers, utensils, plates, stuff like that. And it actually has a lot of uses. But anyway, as I was saying, we were monitoring this bamboo, and it was actually super satisfying, and all the kids were very, very happy about, finding this, having this plant grow and seeing it get bigger and bigger. And honestly, every little bit of satisfaction in life is something that people need, even if it's something small, like taking care of a pet, like a goldfish. Seeing something grow up, getting bigger. Hey, look at that, we get a luck upgrade. We're at 15 luck. If only we had something to really go with it, like a holy shot. Even Ocular Rift I would have taken. I don't know if anyone else has any other experiences like that where they've taken care of something, and it's just super satisfying. And where is Delirium? What the heck? Is he honestly all the way at the bottom here? Did I go the wrong way the entire time? Where are you, Delirium? Where are you hiding? I got a butt whooping for you here. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that I was hoping that we would have gotten a go ahead and use the death card, and you can see his HP didn't move anywhere. Just gonna spam the and there he is. He's dead. I was spamming the bombs because they're not only they're hot bombs, so sometimes Delirium would jump on top of them, but they're also sad bombs, so you get all of that shot. But I hope you enjoyed today's run. It was honestly a lot of fun. A little bit of a change of pace from your regular Eden. But yeah, that's the power of Tainted Keeper. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.